They bring color and class to the catwalk, introducing new styles and trends. The glamorous Caroline Herrera, the chic Vera Wang, classic Oscar de la Renta, luxurious and modern Elie Saab, and Valentino, the master of elegance and opulence. Her clothes are radiant, stylish, smart and elegant, and famously known for her simple yet classic designs is Venezuelan-born Carolina Herrera. As the female equivalent of renowned designers Oscar de la Renta and Bill Blass, her designs reflect her own class and sophistication. With glamorous evening dresses and gowns in silk fabrics, skirts matched with clean-cut, fresh white shirts and trumpet skirts, this fashion designer has turned the old into the new.
I think we women never stop buying. Even if we can buy a handkerchief or a blouse or a pair of shoes or whatever.
Herrera, even though she was a late bloomer as a fashion designer, has been in the industry for over 30 years. And even before becoming a fashion designer, was already a fashion icon, being on the international best dressed list for a decade. Already living the upper-class life, she moved her family to New York in 1980, and 1 year later began her own fashion company and launched her first couture collection. Her internationally renowned company also incorporates perfume and accessories that are just as important and successful as her clothing. By 1986, she had her CH line, or the more affordable Carolina Herrera line, and followed with her bridal line that was launched after designing Caroline Kennedy's wedding dress. Her designs are very feminine, with influences coming from many different experiences and encounters throughout her life. Such as paintings from 1889 by Edvard Munch, where she used rich shades of blue, grape, ash, poppy and bark, as seen in the portrait of Hans Jaeger, to the late 50s, where the feminine look is mixed with the look of today's women, as well as elegant and feminine creations inspired by the sexy, graceful and sultry screen vixens of Alfred Hitchcock films, 1920s Austria and the 1940s. She is mainly known for her suits and evening wear, but also creates attractive knit sweaters, fur-trimmed cashmere scarves, wool coats and jackets. Her collections can be both contemporary and fresh, with thick belts on long dresses, higher waists, polka dots and oversized dark flowers and leaves, as we saw with her 2006 spring collection. Her designs are beautiful, but also show a strong element of craftsmanship. Herrera's elegant creations have been a favourite among celebrities and are constantly being spotted on the red carpet. Actress Mariska Hargitay was seen in a soft, one-shouldered marigold yellow gown, while Jennifer Love Hewitt's choice for the white with black strapless gown was an easy choice, as Herrera is one of her favourite designers.
I'm wearing Carolina Herrera. She's one of my favorite designers, and I've never had the chance to wear one of her dresses, so when it came up this year I was really excited. It took about 2 hours to get ready, and I feel nice.
At the 2006 Academy Awards, the Best Supporting Actress Amy Adams received praise for her red carpet look as she wore a full-length black and white classic gown. However, it's Academy Award-winning actress Renee Zellweger that Herrera loves to dress. She has created many one-of-a-kind gowns for the star to show off her gorgeous curves and sometimes voluptuous figures while appearing at events like the Oscars. Carolina Herrera's classic designs are for women who want to dress well from morning to evening. Her looks are powerful, strong and very sexy, and cater for all women, including herself. She is known for her modern couture gowns and wedding dresses and is synonymous with elegance. Vera Wang has inspired a new vision for fashion. Beautifully designed gowns put together using the finest materials, her collections have dominated the high-end markets. She is the founder of a company that shows her fondness for fashion while also capturing the essence and sensuality of the modern-day woman. Growing up in New York, Wang was introduced to fashion at an early age. Together with her mother, they would attend some of the most stylish fashion boutiques and was often taken to fashion shows in Paris. As a girl, she began a career in competitive figure skating, but pursued fashion once she failed to make it into the US Olympic team. She graduated from Sarah Lawrence College in the United States with a degree in art history, but it was in Paris where she attended Sorbonne, the historic University of Paris, that she found her own love for design.
Well, I love to find something that inspires me. I think you need it. If you just look at clothing as clothing and nothing takes you anywhere else, it's difficult for me to work from there. I personally can't. I need to find something that I can sort of latch onto just as a beginning point, and then where it evolves to is another thing.
At only 23 years old, she joined Vogue magazine and in doing so became the youngest fashion editor. She held that position for 16 years, eventually moving to Ralph Lauren as design director of women's accessories. However, it was in 1990 that she opened her own bridal salon at the Carlyle Hotel in New York, after realizing the bridal industry had too much tradition and not enough sophistication. It was her own wedding a year earlier that inspired her to do so, because she saw an opportunity. And working at Vogue gave her the connections she needed with some of the world's top fashion designers. Her designs gave wedding gowns style and more of a modern look, which helped set the tone for her expanding business, which has since branched out into ready-to-wear designs, footwear, fragrances, eyewear, and home furnishings. Wang's collections, with their couture-like artistic and lavish designs and high quality, have received praise and worldwide attraction. She now has a select number of boutiques, with some being located in Beverly Hills and Waikiki, Hawaii. She may be known for her modern couture gowns and wedding dresses, but Wang has recently drawn inspiration from her background in art history. Her 2007 fall collection paid homage to ancient Russia. She has also found inspiration in the portraits of Dutch artist Kees van Dongen, who painted portraits of society women in the 1920s and 30s. She borrowed from his palette, which featured black, navy, rust, purple, and bits of yellow. Throughout her illustrious career, Wang has dressed some of the most recognizable people in the world. Her stunning gowns are often spotted on the red carpet, worn by some of the biggest names in the entertainment industries, such as Keira Knightley, who has appeared in a purple floor-length layered dress, Michelle Williams, who wore a floor-length orange gown, and Rachel Weisz looked radiant in Wang's champagne satin gown featuring a crystal-encrusted bodice. In 2005, Wang was named from the prestigious Council of Fashion Designers of America the Women's Wear Designer of the Year. She was also awarded the Andre Leon Talley Lifetime Achievement Award from the Savannah College of Art and Design in 2006. Today, Wang is often the #1 choice for celebrities and fashion lovers alike, whether it's for her gorgeous wedding gowns or simply for a designer dress. Her designs are all blessed with her luxurious and elegant style and have brought a modern and sophisticated approach to classic trends. He is an internationally recognized fashion designer, one of the most well-esteemed and highly regarded in the history of fashion. He is Oscar de la Renta. Oscar de la Renta is a fashion designer who is known for his luxurious creations of striking high fashion for women and is famous for his beautifully crafted and flattering outfits that have now become some of the major choices for many of the world's most powerful women and the rich and famous. His natural sense of colors, styles, fabrics and materials, mixed with his understanding of what people are looking for in the business world, has created a fashion empire that is hard to compete with. Born in the Dominican Republic, Oscar had his heart set on painting, but by the age of 18, his career choice had turned to fashion. Moving to Spain, he began selling sketches to fashion magazines and was noticed by the wife of Spain's US ambassador, who then commissioned him to design her daughter's debutante gown. Oscar then began working as a design apprentice for Spanish fashion designer Cristobal Balenciaga. With his focus strongly on fashion, he moved to Paris where he met Elizabeth Arden and was asked to join the Arden New York firm as her chief in-house designer. For 2 years following, he was responsible for the design of high-end clothing that catered to wealthy women. However, in 1965, Oscar left Elizabeth Arden after he failed to persuade her to create a new ready-to-wear line, after realizing off-the-rack clothing wasn't getting the attention it deserved and had huge potential. He became partner in the 7th Avenue ready-to-wear design firm of Jane Derby, and after her death in 1966, the firm's name was changed to Oscar de la Renta Incorporated. By 1967, he had won his first Coty American Fashion Critics Award. Throughout the years, the Oscar de la Renta brand continued to grow, and he continues to push new boundaries in the fashion industry. He launched a line of ready-to-wear clothing that had a reasonable price and was one of the first designers to begin designing clothing for men. Much of his success has been from his ability to give modern women a fresh, elegant look. He went from dressing the upper class to designing stylish outfits for the modern working woman. He has dressed some of the most popular A-list celebrities, from Jennifer Garner, Deborah Messing and Sandra Oh, to Ugly Betty herself, America Ferrera. He has also played a prominent role in dressing some of the first ladies of the United States, from Jackie Kennedy, Laura Bush, and the newly chic Hillary Clinton, who appeared on the cover of Vogue magazine in one of his outfits. And no doubt Oscar will continue to dress beautiful and important women the way he has for the last 40+ years. He adds a unique look and style that allows women to look the part while retaining their femininity. The words "classic with a modern twist" might very well be the most overused phrase in fashion, but if you think carefully about what it should mean, clothes that have proven their stylishness but are also forward-looking enough to be worn today and tomorrow, it is the only way to describe Oscar de la Renta's collections. He has long been a leading name in haute couture in the Middle East, and synonymous with opulence is fashion designer Elie Saab. His romantic, crystal-encrusted evening and wedding gowns are favoured by princesses and Hollywood stars. And his ready-to-wear line, which launched in 1998 in Milan, heralds the same feminine aesthetic as his couture dresses, with brightly coloured silks, chiffons, pearl beading and embroidered lace. In 1982, while still a teenager, Saab opened his first atelier in Beirut under his own name. It was just the beginning for the talented Lebanese designer, and during the 80s, his reputation spread around the Middle East, with the region's super wealthy elite commissioning his sought-after evening and wedding gowns. Since 1997, Saab has been putting on his runway show in Paris and Milan, but it was the 2002 Academy Awards that turned him into an overnight success. When Halle Berry became the first African-American woman to win the Best Actress Oscar, she was wearing a lavish Issey Saab couture gown that was seen all over the world. It was the ultimate success, and his name was suddenly on everyone's lips. Known for his combining of Middle Eastern detail with European fashion, Saab's designs have since become popular with Hollywood A-listers and are seen on Beyoncé, Marsha Cross and Allison Janney. Berry, the woman responsible for his Hollywood emergence, is still often seen in his couture. Romanticism and softness are the dominant aspect in Saab's designs. His collections are often inspired by great Hollywood icons, with soft floral tops over ruffled skirts and soft organza floral dresses that flow from softly draped empire waists. Saab's evening wear is constantly elegant, with deep jewel colours like violet, emerald, ruby and midnight, with diamante embroidery, sequins and delicate lace. Beaded sheath dresses have cowl necks, bias seaming, and lots of fabric that fall from the hips down to the feet. Saab is as well known for his haute couture bridal gowns as he is for his ready-to-wear designs. His wedding collections are a tribute to the feminine shape, a seductive and romantic collection combining opulence and luxury with the richest of fabrics. Covered with pearls, crystals, diamonds and silk threads, Saab's bridal wear is exquisite. Saab has shown his designs in the world's most fashionable cities, dressed Hollywood stars to perfection, and has opened a boutique in Paris. The shop, which is his second after his Beirut boutique, is on the chic Avenue Montaigne, next to the likes of Chanel and Louis Vuitton, proof that hard work does pay off. His later collections have shown a new, sharper direction, breaking away from the usual cocktail outfits in favour of looks that are more active. Body-skimming lines and slim skirts are the defining elements, with a sombre colour palette infused with touches of violet and emerald green. It is taking the designer into a different realm than he has explored before. Issey Saab has long been a leading name in haute couture in the Middle East, and with his ethereal collections now a hit all over the world, it seems this designer has reached the top of his profession. He has been called everything from the chic of chic to the king of the red carpet. Making an indelible mark on the fashion industry is fashion empire Valentino. A perfectionist with an unparalleled sense of fit and fabric, this Italian designer has dressed royalty, first ladies and movie stars in his signature scarlet dresses and tasteful couture. Born Valentino Garavani in 1932 in Italy, he spent much of his teenage years in the local cinema admiring leading ladies like Rita Hayworth and Lana Turner. He studied at Paris's Fine Arts School and demonstrated his skill for sketching before opening his own salon in Rome on the prestigious Via Condotti. Valentino had his big breakthrough in Florence in 1962. His catwalk show was a hit, and soon he was dressing clients like Elizabeth Taylor and Jackie Kennedy, who commissioned him to design a mourning wardrobe after the assassination of US President John F. Kennedy in 1963. The 1970s seemed tailor-made for Valentino when fashion was free and flirty. His designs in the 80s didn't follow the trends of grunge and bouffant hairstyles, but stayed true to his mantra, to keep a woman looking her best. Typical Valentino details, from opulent, sophisticated gowns to flirty cocktail dresses, have seen him become a favorite for the red carpet. Valentino became known for his signature red dresses in the bright shade that became known in the fashion industry as Valentino Red. Dresses are draped, shirred and flounced in liquid silk, sun-pleated chiffon and feather-light organdy. White goddess gowns are set off by sparkling rhinestones, while day suits come in sherbet shades of lemon, almond and apricot. His fabrics tend to be both delicate and rich, laces, chiffons and silk crepe, along with wool, leather and suede. A retrospective of his work was held in Rome's Areopagus Museum, marking 45 years as the numero uno in Italian fashion. The heart of the exhibit focused on a bevy of gilded goddess-like mannequins, their arms outstretched, girded in red, white or black Valentino gowns. The glamorous retrospective contained around 300 garments and rare archive material that was staged around the Areopagus, the altar that historically symbolizes peace and prosperity. After 45 years in the business, Valentino retired during Paris Couture Week in 2008, flanked by dozens of models dressed in identical gowns in his trademark shade of red. His legion of celebrity fans and friends will no doubt miss wearing the glamorous and alluring gowns on the red carpet. Julia Roberts was wearing vintage Valentino when she won her Best Actress Academy Award in 2001. The designer had plans to travel and design costumes for opera and ballet, and was planning the creation of a foundation to house his famous designs. For many fashion devotees, Valentino represents not just a style of dressing, but rather a style of living. With the Hollywood motto, "You can never be too rich or too thin" in mind, Valentino's fashions remain distinctively sexy and beautiful, although probably too expensive for those not living a jet-set lifestyle. As the ruler and creator of one of the richest fashion empires in the world, Valentino is well deserved of his place amongst fashion royalty.